Before we get into today's video, guys, I want to let you know the new merch shop is live right now at throtl.com. We have 2 new shirts, a hoodie, and a hat. We have a super clean black, deep gray, and bright orange graphics on the back. Fantastic. We have a light gray shirt, beautiful bright orange logoing on the back, and then we have a new orange jacket. Beat Club International on the sleeve, nice graphics on the back. We have 3 new Supra posters on the site as well, and everything else has been fully restocked. September 30th is the last day you can get entries in to win our 2020 Toyota Supra. So every dollar you spend on the site is 1 entry to win the car. Head over to throtl.com right now, get those entries in, pick up some merch, pick up some car parts, and enjoy the video. Welcome back to the vlog, guys. My name is Quinn. Today we're gonna be working on our GSX. So we finally get to get our 4G63 engine off of the stand and start working on putting this thing in the car, getting it running, get the clutch and trans on, all the good stuff. We have a lot of work to do. Let's get started putting this thing together. So the motor's going in. I gotta get it off of the stand onto this roller because the way the motor comes out and goes in on that car is you drop the chassis onto the engine and transmission. So I need to get the transmission on, I need to get it on that roller, and then once it's on the roller and assembled with the transfer case, then we can drop the chassis on the motor, bolt the mounts in, and we'll be good. And I think that's it. On, get it all bolted down, and then into the car she goes. So we've got our ACT street light flywheel on the 4G63. Now we're gonna put our action clutch. This is a stage 3 clutch. The link to action clutch will be down in the description below. So we're gonna put this guy on. It's gonna be a very nice complement to the built engine. This is a medium street track use clutch, and it should be able to handle the power very well. We are going to be modifying the bumper to fit our intercooler kit. We're gonna replace the front bash bar. We've got a set of bumper mounts we're gonna be putting on it. So here we got a set of Boosted Fabrications bumper mounts. So this is going to outright replace this. It's gonna get rid of the front bash bar and allow us to have a lot more space up front, so we can put a big front mount intercooler here. We also need to trim the bumper, and we're gonna be doing that a little bit later. I'm gonna get these bumper mounts knocked out, and then we'll start trimming the bumper. All right, so we've got our Boosted Fab bumper mounts installed. So this is actually gonna hold the top section of the bumper up, not to mention we no longer have the big front bash bar, so we have plenty of room for a nice intercooler. Moving on to the bumper, we don't have our STM intercooler yet, but once we do, we're probably gonna have to do some trimming up inside here. We're using plastic covers, so these are block-off plates that were factory. We're gonna be putting these guys in here. We're having an engine oil cooler, air cooler gonna be behind here, so that's gonna fill that. And on this side, we're not, so we're just gonna put a fill plug there. It is a little in rough shape, so I'm gonna have to clean it up as well as these. So let's get started cleaning this thing up and fitting it properly. So it is the next day, guys. Yesterday, we got the engine pretty much together with the transmission transfer case on. Before we put it in, we have some work to do in the engine bay. This brace has gotta come out because we're not using it anymore. We have to clean up some of the brake lines. The booster is kind of old and crusty, so we got to clean that up. Not to mention it hasn't been painted behind it.
Don't forget about the steering
rack. Yeah, steering rack's got to come out. I don't know if I want to do that right now. Should I do that right now? Just rip it out?
Let me check with...
Because these are going to be flopping around all loosey-goosey all over
we should
the
leave it
place.
for now until we get to the new rack.
So, on top of that, we're going to be getting all of our STM stuff today. So I don't know if today the engine's going to be going in, unfortunately, because we got to fit this intercooler. But before we do that, I got to start cleaning up the bay and get some of this stuff tackled first.
All right, our boy at FedEx showed up. It's got a couple packages for us from STM Tune. We've been waiting on these. These guys were so rad. They're actually in Rochester, New York, which is completely across the country from us. We put in a massive order with them because they do a lot of 2G Eclipse and DSM stuff. They got everything boxed up and expedited to us pretty much same day. Pretty remarkable, really. Good customer service. So this is gonna be a lot of our fittings, brake lines, ABS delete. We got all kinds of goodies in here. Solid. Hey, we got a small intercooler for the Eclipse, boys. Woo, small. Holy cow.
Holy crap, dude.
Man, that thing is beautiful. Quinn, you're gonna be happy about this, bud. That's like a 4-inch intercooler.
Dude, that thing is
4-inch core.
Massive.
Meaty boy.
Dang.
We gotta get some stuff redone on the front bumper, which I told you guys about previously. And this is going to allow us to get the bumper trimmed up so that it fits over the intercooler. We're gonna take it back to paint, fill in that Mitsubishi logo, smooth out the area around the corner lights or the turn lights, and also cut out for this. We got the STM intercooler mounted up here. They've got these buff brackets welded on, which is pretty cool. Came with spacers. So we got that bolted up, and what it does is it spaces the intercooler away from our core support brace, which runs down behind the intercooler and gives it about a 1/4 inch gap.
Let's party. Let's do it.
Little bar and fin core. Ooh. Ooh, like the old Blitz style from back in the day. Oh, Quinn, our new front bumper is nice. Look at that intercooler, Rick.
Damn.
Pretty expensive front bumper.
Yeah. Dang, that thing is thick.
That's what she said.
So yesterday we got the front mount intercooler situation figured out. Now it's time to throw the motor in. I'm super excited. I've been waiting a long time to put the motor in. It's gonna make a lot of power. Hopefully we get it running soon. It's gonna be sick. I'm excited.
What do you think about the project so far, Mickey? How's everything going, and are we on our track to SEMA?
Yeah, so you guys have probably noticed, Quinn's been doing the majority of the work on this car as we're juggling multiple different builds at once. My job role is to bounce between all the projects and help the guys. Quinn's doing a fantastic job on this, literally handling things from start to finish. The interior is looking money. It's time to move on to the engine. I'm super excited to get this thing in the hole. We've got a lot of cool bits from a few different partners that we're going to be adding in with the engine. So stay tuned because that stuff's all going on very soon, and it is some cool stuff. This is from Boosted Fabrication. I know we showed you guys this when it came in, but this replaces this big beam that basically ties the core support into the subframe, and it's actually got a mount on the front here to keep the engine from pivoting too much. But what's really cool, I mean, that's neat that they integrated that, because normally that would just bolt onto the old beam that was in here. But what's cool is they integrated a jacking point for the front of the car, so you don't have to grab it from the pinch rails, which these are notoriously smashed on. And it also has a tow hook down here integrated into it. Now, because our intercooler hangs down as low as the front of the front bumper, this is going to be tough to get to. So I don't know how much we'll actually be able to use that feature, but it is a nice touch. So if you guys have a 2G Eclipse, man, Boosted Fabrication's got some really nice products available for it.
So now it's time to install the masterpiece into the other masterpiece. Let's go. What I'm looking for is making sure that everything is clear. So we have room here You probably should put it back a little bit, but nothing's gonna hit here, nothing's gonna hit here. And we're just gonna slowly lower it until the engine's about here. Then we'll start bowling it into place, get the mounts on, get our mount here, get our trans mount up here. The mount is down there, and this is way up here. So we got a long ways to go, even though it looks like it's close. This valve cover's gotta be about here. So luckily this stand moves up, so we can kind of, there'll be a point where I get the car down enough, and then we're gonna start going at it with the jack and moving and adjusting and just going real slow, putting it in, you know?
How are we looking so far, Quinn?
We're getting there, dog. We are getting there.
What is this? 4G63? Not a bad way to spend $10,000. Not a bad way.
All right, so I am going after the back engine mount bracket. Once I get this bolted down, then we can put on, it's like the front quarter subframe thing. That replaces the stamped steel bar that runs underneath here, run into the front radiator support, and that'll handle our torque mount here. And then after that is done, then our engine will be completely in. All right, that is gonna be it for today's video, guys. We got the intercooler mounted, we got the engine completely installed and bolted down. Now we get to enter the mock-up phase of getting things like our intercooler piping, our hoses, fittings, lines, fuel lines, intake system, all of that stuff. We get to start figuring out our lines and our harnesses and how everything's gonna kind of fold together inside the engine bay. I'm very excited, looking forward to this. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you guys enjoy this kind of content. There's a lot of more videos coming for this build specifically. So stay tuned and we'll see you guys in the next one.
It's time to get the simulator into the office. So this was the plan all along. When we measured, we thought it was gonna fit, but it turns out we're about 6 inches too short. So we actually have to remove the door frame and cut a little bit of the frame itself so that we can get the simulator into the office, because that's where we want it, out of the shop and in here. I think that's gonna be pretty cool. So Ricky and I are gonna tackle this project today. A little drywall, a little cutting. What could go wrong?
Did I strip the freaking screw already?
What? The mirror would be right about here. All right. All right, you guys can pull it back. Actually, we do this separate. So, still line for the suspension. Yeah, Sawzall.
Sawzall it up, Ricky.
Send it.
You qualified for that, Ricky?
Qualified to use this on a car. But to see if I qualify on the drywall.
Got some glasses? We got it.
Yeah?
I think so. Hold on.
Oh, wait, I gotta cut up.
Paint protection film. Tell you right now, when we get this thing close, we're pushing it through.
I feel like I've been doing construction for the last 12 hours. Come on, dog! I thought you were strong!
Ready? 3, 2, 1, push. Okay, stop. There we go. Ready? Still good? Oh, go, 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 go. We did it.
It's in.
Ah, let's go. Oh, Anthony. Dude, this is bigger than I thought.
That's why I said that corner, it'll work perfect. It's gonna be way too big.
All right, so we forgot to close this video out, but I wanted to give you guys a little update. We finished up the drywall. Me, Ricky, and Anthony got it all drywalled, painted. It looks great. You can't even really tell. And the sim is finally in the office. We got Timmy behind the wheel right now. What are you driving? Oh, is it?
EK9.
Hey, get it, Timmy? Yo, that thing rips up actually really good. What the?
Oh, this car's great. Yeah. Have you drove this car?
No.
This car's really good.
So one of the things, Sean, come check this out. So just like on Top Gear, they have the leaderboard. So we set Circuit of the Americas is the track, and right now R34 V-Spec, and then these are all the people on the throtl team that have driven it. And then we're planning on bringing some guests in and have them put some laps as well. So it's been super fun so far. I love having this thing here. And don't forget, guys, the merch is live on the site and we don't have that much. So if you're interested, check out the link in the video description, pick something up and get those entries in. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave us a big thumbs up and comment down below. And we'll see you in the next one. Later.